patriots. If you're watching QAnon videos, you're probably one of the good guys. My name is Timothy Charles Homeseth. I'm posting under hashtag Q, hashtag QAnon, because all of my original reporting falls under activity that is taking place within the shadow government. This is original information that you won't get from anywhere else. It's coming right from me. All right. On February 5th, 2018, I published a video of a masked deputy in Florida terrorizing a man named Joe Gilberti. Gilberti is an engineer that says he has found oceans of fresh water under the state of Florida on his property and says he's been targeted by the globalist shadow government. The details of the Gilberti case are vast and utterly mind-blowing and include Gilberti's arrest and detention by the feds. You can visit my website, rightintooaction.com, or my YouTube channel for those reports. I'll also put a link below to a story about Gilberti. Gilberti told me his case is connected to, amongst a host of other corrupt government officials, Florida Governor Rick Scott, a bounty hunter named William Stobbs, also known as Cobra, and is even connected to the Boston bomb. In the video with the masked deputy, you hear an epic rant by Gilberti against the masked deputy. Gilberti confronts the deputy about a Broward County bail bondsman named William Stobbs, also known as Cobra. Here's a clip of that.
Just got a couple quick questions for you.
Question, ask it. Why you got the mask on?
Because it's just where I work, I need to make sure that our identity is concealed.
Why is that? Were you guys hiding the cleanest water in the world?
No, that's it. Hey, what were you calling the news for yesterday, Joe?
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you need me? Am I allowed to call the news?
Yeah, you can.
Did you hear the recording?
I did hear the recording.
Then what do you think I called the news about?
Well, it was something about Disney World and a child.
Have you called Orange County?
I have not.
Why not?
Because I'm trying to get some information.
Orange County's got all the information you need. They arrested him. What do you want me to do?
Well, it seems to me that you're the expert of it.
I'm not no expert. You must be the expert. You got the mask on.
Yeah.
I think you should go get a Judge Warren if you got to ask questions.
Well, if
why are you guys hiding the cleanest water in the world and I got kidnapped the day of the Boston bomb? I just want to ask a simple question. How come you're not investigating my case? And now they filled out a fake police report, and why don't you go pull the public records in Tampa with Judge Wolf?
Yeah.
Why don't you go do that?
Joe, listen, man, I'm not here to do any harm to you.
Yeah, you are. You got a mask on. No cops ever come up to my house with a mask on.
Yeah. I understand your concern with that.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. How come you guys keep kidnapping me and my family and all this shit all through this Boston bomb? How come you don't know nothing about, but you know where I live?
I'm trying to come here and ask you about, Joe.
Well, why don't you send me a letter?
Send you a letter for what?
Whatever you want to ask me.
About what?
I don't know. You're the one with the questions.
Well, yeah, I just need to know what you're calling the news about for yesterday.
Why don't you go listen to the message?
Do you know that if you continue to call them over and over and over again?
Are you asking me to stop calling the news?
I'm asking you to stop harassing them.
How am I harassing them? I'm asking about public record information. Why isn't it on the news? Are you protecting Disney?
I'm not protecting Disney.
Well, you got a mask on. I think you are. What's your name?
No, I'm not protecting Disney.
What's your name?
I'm a detective with the sheriff's office.
Over here in Lee County?
Yep.
Okay, so that's fine. How come Mike Scott's hiding this thing for so long? How come I keep getting kidnapped? All the cops tell me on the beach if they mention it, they get fired. What's that about?
Who told you that?
Why should I say the name so you can go get them fired?
No, I wouldn't get nobody fired.
How do we know? You got a mask on.
That's true.
I don't have a mask on, and I never heard what you're talking about.
So I don't even know who you are. What's your name?
I've been out with you several occasions. You know.
So how come you're still hiding the water from the kids?
I don't hide anything.
Well, how come you guys aren't arresting these guys that are doing this and blowing Boston bombs to raise my bond? Why'd my bond go to $300,000 right after I emailed Governor Scott in a foot jogathon?
Sure, that's what I'm here to talk to you about.
Why don't you go pull the public records? It's in 5 courts.
You're speaking in broad terms, man. Why don't you...
It ain't broad terms. This has been going on 5 years. You guys are a bunch of criminals, man. You're coming up trying to scare my family again with your masks on.
Nobody's trying to scare your family.
What do you want? You want me to stop calling the news? Is that what this is? The news is more important than the water?
If you're calling for legitimate purposes, I don't have a problem.
What's more legitimate than people hiding the cleanest water in the world to the tap when tap water is based on cancer rates? What's more legitimate than that?
Well, I guess nothing, but yesterday it was something about Disney and them kidnapping children.
Why don't you guys, grab your...
I don't have a problem with you contacting Wink News if you have a legitimate purpose.
That's not legitimate?
It is, but I'm saying the continuous over and over telephone calls...
Oh, so you're here because Wink News sent you here?
No, Wink News did not send us.
Then why you care about Wink News phone calls?
Well, because I'm here to investigate possible harassment over the telephone.
Oh, my God. Why don't you investigate the water supply in the Boston bomb game?
Okay.
And why don't you investigate Cobra? You know who Cobra Stobbs is?
Who?
William Cobra Stobbs?
No, tell
He's
me.
a bounty hunter. All you smart Scott knows him. Sheriff Scott Israel knows him.
Tell me
Why don't
who
you
he
go
is.
look about? He's a bounty hunter.
For who?
He actually works for Broward Bail Bonds.
Okay.
All right. Why don't you go look him up and then come back and ask me some questions?
All right. Now, yesterday, I published a video entitled Broward School Shooting, County Sheriff Exposed. In that video, I addressed Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel and his relationship with William Stobbs, known as Cobra. Here's a clip. You're going to hear Stobbs talking to the son of John Reagan, a CIA FBI operative that, according to Wayan Kruger, kidnaps children and sells them to U.S. embassies. Listen to what Stobbs says about his own background. Want to play games, boys? Want to do a school shooting? I have more audio coming.
Didn't happen, didn't fucking happen. But be a man and be upright about it, that's all. That's all I ask.
I don't care about anything else but something.
Well, I do, brother, because it's got me on the line, it's got Dawn on the line, everybody on the line, and they're trying to make you a liar. Now, if you tell the truth on 10 things, I'm going to believe the truth on the 11th one. And if you tell me something didn't happen, then something didn't happen. I wasn't there.
It's not working like that, because this is how it works. The two of you know I'm leveraging this case. You can beat around the bush any way you want, but you know that
You're the drop dead answer. You're the drop dead answer, that's right.
You know I'm the one that can clear everything up.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
I
And
don't
asked
care. You know that.
Dude, you're very, but listen to me. You are critical to this fucking case. She is not. If you don't stop lying, we'll never find fucking Haley. If you don't come clean and expose the bitch for what she is, we're never going to find Haley,
I'm
man.
not lying about anything. I haven't lied about anything. The fact that I'm keeping my mouth shut is not a lie. Sorry about that.
That's quite all right, man. Listen,
My father's fucking MS hasn't flared up in 7 years, and he's shaking on the floor right now.
brother, tell Daddy everything going to be all right.
I'm telling him that, but he's
Everything is going to be fine, brother. Stop this demon, man. Stop this demon before you end up fucked up with some bullshit, because she's even using the fucking blogging mill to represent your dad as FBI or some shit. And I know where it came from. I know who heard it. And the only person I know that's blogging on them fucking webs, loose with Pie Girl and shit, is Dad. And then all of a sudden she goes, oh,
my dad
take care of that.
the FBI. He's worked with all forms
So,
of government.
that's
They've
right,
got
brother.
nothing but good things to say about him.
You fucking ain't right. Listen, you think I don't know who your dad is? You think I don't know, brother? Man, I work for Hyder, bro. The feds right now are fucking looking at this shit upside fucking down, one side to the fucking other. Believe it. Believe it. They got their boy jammed up. I'm their fucking boy. Do you know how many fucking big ass moves I pulled off? You ain't got no clue, man. You got no clue. I know some very, very powerful people, bro, that know very, very powerful people on all sides of the border. Look what I do. I've done it for 30 years. Tell your dad, man. Don't even go panicking.
All right. Today, I received a telephone call from Joe Gilberti regarding a shooting that took place involving an AR-15 at a major security company in Florida called Cambridge Security that according to Gilberti, does security for government buildings. Gilberti said police reports say the building was shot up with none other than an AR-15. He says he believes the shooting was done by Cobra Stobbs and or deputies and or feds running black ops. He says they then blamed his relative, Corey Gilberti, put him in jail where he almost died. Joe Gilberti notes that the shooting at Cambridge Security was never reported by the news. Listen.
So anyway, that's kind of like, it gets a little confusing, but you're used to that. But the bottom line I called before is pull Corey Gilberti's records. Look at the retroactivity with my case and his case. Why did they not put that in the news? I mean, they put a whole security company that does all the security for all the government buildings was shot up with an AR-15 entirely. And that's not in the news. And it's on my cousin, who never had a gun in his life, he never even held a gun, and they arrest him on my birthday 8 months later after they arrest me.
What was
Why did they hold the file so long?
What was the date of that shooting? What was the date of that?
What's that?
What was the date of that shooting? Of the building?
So which shooting?
When you said that Cobra shot up that building with an AR-15.
It would be in the police record. Go to Corey Gilberti, and and it's Judge Fine, F-C-I-N. And right now, I think the booking computers down. As soon as I look, they shut it down for the weekend, probably. Who knows? But it'll be opened up again.
And what building got shot up?
Say again?
What building got shot up?
It's called Cambridge Security. It's a company. They put in all the cameras and shit.
All right. So, if there truly were children killed in Broward County at the school, children that were shot with an AR-15, then does law enforcement need to be looking for the shadowy figures that shot up the Cambridge Security Building with AR-15s?
And then all of a sudden she goes, "Oh,
My dad is
sure of that.
the FBI. He's worked with all forms
So,
of government.
that's
They've
right,
got
brother.
nothing but good things to say about him.
You fucking ain't right. Listen, you think I don't know who your dad is? You think I don't know, brother? Man, I work for Hyder, bro. The feds right now are fucking looking at this shit upside fucking down, one side to the fucking other. Believe it. Believe it. They got their boy jammed up. I'm their fucking boy. Do you know how many fucking big ass moves I pulled off? You ain't got no clue, man. You got no clue. I know some very, very powerful people, bro, that know very, very powerful people on all sides of the border. Look what I do. I've done it for 30 years. Tell your dad, man. Don't even go panicking.
I'm a desperate man. Send lawyers, guns, and money. Your shit has hit the fan.
Okay, so I recorded it because Vimeo tore everything down, and so did Lincoln. As soon as I got the Congressman Byron Donalds, who's going to come to the site, I'm pretty sure. He looks like he's a real man. We're going to find out. I spoke to his office yesterday. It is like April 6, 2023. This video has been around for 5 years. YouTube shut it down twice. Twitter shut it down. So I'm re-recording it, and I'm giving it to the judges in the Pentagon case. Because we have another New York project now for those aqueducts that are failing on a buried volcano. Anyway, Tim Homseth got run out, ransacked, chased out of the state. I think he's in Colorado now just for doing this video. So this ties to the Parkland thing. They're setting up fake stuff through the Smith-Mundt Act, and it's legal. And sometimes they're not fake, they're real, which is also legal. The CIA needs to get their ass out of America boundaries. Repeal the House Bill 5736, the Smith-Mundt Act mod that Obama did to attack me, my family, and America with all the presidents and all the Congress. Some of them don't know, and they're starting to figure it out now. These judges in Tampa, Sarasota, Broward, and Lee, they're all up in Tampa Middle District, and also the 2nd DCA and the Georgia courts and the Supreme Court. All those judges know. And now the 4th panel circuit up in the Pentagon, I got an en banc, the whole panel's up, and they're looking at it, and I said, hey, we're just going to see if you guys are bad too, because I'm going to keep submitting these things in each state, because these resources are in every state. This video is April 6, 2023. My cousin, you can't even look up the case. He got PTI for an AR-15 shooting, pretrial intervention, and you can't find the case, but I downloaded it. So Judge Fine needs to be arrested. Half those judges in Broward.